Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Smart Contact Crypto, where smart people come to contact crypto. If you like making money in crypto, then welcome to the club. If you think there's more to crypto than making money, then go ahead and hit that like button, tap the little bell, and hit subscribe all so we can get this party going. Sorry if I look a little bit tired today. It's because I am. I work a lot of hours. This is not my full-time job, but I wish it was, and I plan for it to be. So we're always accepting donations. We do not take any money from anyone that would compromise our journalistic integrity. Now, let's get into business here. This is going to be one of my 5 things videos. And so I always like to start with a little bit of a market watch. We got Luna at 113. We got Bitcoin at 46,059. And we got Ethereum at $3,493, and right now it's April 3rd at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so, as always, while there's still a war going on in Europe, then that's always going to be the first thing we cover on our 5 things video. And so let's do a quick little recap on what's going on in Russia. Now, of course, there's the whole fog of war. We don't know if what we're getting is 100% accurate, but it kind of seems like it is. The West is generally as bad as the West is, and is getting worse and worse with the media. It does beat China and Russia still, and so we are still doing a little bit better. But that's another story for another day. But believe me, we will be getting into that kind of stuff on this channel. But what's going on right now in Ukraine? So I watch that Wyon channel. I watch the French channel on YouTube. They have like 24 hours going. Also the Young Turks, as well as even just the basic stuff like CNN and ones that I don't trust at all, but just to get a full scope. And so here's kind of what I've been hearing. So I'm hearing a lot of people are saying Putin is self-isolating. He doesn't really know what's going on. A lot of people are saying that Russians are killing themselves accidentally. They're shooting down their own planes. There's a lot of friendly fire resulting in Russian casualties. I mean, that's the quickest way probably to, kill the morale of your army. But wait, there's actually something that would kill the morale more. So the Russian army, which, in a shocking defeat, fled Chernobyl, which is where they have the largest nuclear plant in Europe. And why did they do this? Is it because of the savvy Ukrainians? No. It is because their people were getting exposed to unbelievable amounts of radiation from digging trenches. So yeah, things aren't looking too good for Russia. Not to mention, the oligarchs have to start being like, hey, Putin, we love you, we love Russia, but we're losing all of our money. And so, I mean, they're gonna start putting the pressure on him. So that could be one of the reasons that things start getting a little bullish. I've talked about this in the past. Hopefully one thing that does last from all this is friendly nations can pay for stuff in Bitcoin. And so hopefully that kind of Russian idea will spread throughout. Just because it's Russian doesn't mean it's bad. We got to keep that in mind. These are economic wars involving our leaders making decisions all too often based on themselves and a small group of people they want to protect. And so that's always still looming. Putin has definitely talked about possibly, using nuclear weapons. Of course, if that happens, it's game over for all economies. Hyperinflation, stagflation, all going to happen at the same time. And yeah, so let's just definitely hope that that doesn't happen, and definitely hope that things turn around over there and cooler heads will start to prevail, and we can move humanity forward and get back to fun stuff like crypto. But crypto is there the whole time. It's playing an important role. Oh yeah, and the Grammys were tonight. It's Sunday, and Vladimir Zelensky spoke at it. These are weird times we're in. That means this phony and sorry if you love the Grammys, but I'm heavily into music. It's my least favorite thing. And there's just way too much music, and like none of the best ones typically even get nominated. Um, and the ones with the most money all too often end up winning. You know, they started off with the most money, you win. I don't know, but Vladimir Zelensky did go there to make to request military aid at the Grammys to these pop stars. Um, Weird times we're living in, my friends. Weird times. Okay, now the next story is also really exciting. This one, I don't know if it's actually not exciting, but it was exciting to me because I'm so involved in Voyager, and it's interesting. It's not good though. So not good for Voyager. So New Jersey gave a cease and desist to and one of their to Voyager who had an office in New Jersey, causing them to flee. And this is bad news for Voyager. The reason that they did it is because Voyager's like their big thing is staking. You know, if you have Polka Dot, you get 12%. If Luna, it's like 4.5% or 4%. If it's the dollar, it's 8%, like the USDC. And this is definitely things that the SEC is coming down hard on because just, you know, the promise of making money off of an asset would make it a security, and that's kind of their whole thing. Not to mention stablecoins in general is something that's being targeted by the SEC because who would put money in their bank account when they could just put it in stablecoins and get an actual interest, you know, like our grandparents did. And so yeah, they're trying to fix things, and you know, the SEC is not about that. Now, New Jersey is not the only state that did this or done things like this. Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas, Kentucky, and Vermont. So what a ragtag group of states that is. But yeah, so it's not limited to just New Jersey or just the Northeast. This is widespread, but Voyager also has some issues unrelated to that. Now, I do use Voyager. I love Voyager. They had Luna way before anywhere else. I put $60 in BTT almost a year ago exactly, and you know, it 10x'd in a couple days. So that was my first crypto win, 60 to 600. And so very excited. So, but Voyager does have some other big problems. So of course, not too friendly in the USA at this point. It's a Canadian company, and that's actually a publicly traded Canadian company. So that's something else interesting. It's on the Canadian stock market. And now let's take a look at other problems with Voyager. You don't have your own keys. Most of the coins you can't even transfer out of it. The ones that you can, it takes weeks or, you know, at least days. And my dad got his account locked out at one point because we were staking our Doge on there. You know, talking about a year ago. And so that's another issue. But one question I have is like, how does Robinhood get away with it? Like, Robinhood has a card. Robinhood seems to have a similar setup when it comes to just Voyager's the crypto version rather than the stock version. And that's kind of how I was seeing it because, you know, there's zero fees, just a little bit of a spread. And so we'll have to see how that turns out. Again, I do like Voyager. I think it's a great app. I like the way it's displayed. The staking's kind of nice. It shows profits and loss. It has a lot of cool indicators. And so we'll just have to see what happens with that. I'm not going to sell all my stuff on Voyager yet. But I'm thinking about moving everything to KuCoin because I've been talking about Moonbeam for a while. But we'll get to that a little bit in a moment here. Okay, so that's enough about Voyager, but we'll keep you up to date on that. Now, 3, it's actually going to be about a coin. So it's obviously not going to be a deep dive on this coin, but a deep dive is coming very soon. But I just want to talk about Thetan Arena for a minute. It is such a fun game. I play it on my mobile phone. You battle with other people, other live people, and you can either use a non-NFT that you can get from the game, or you could go to the marketplace and hook up one of your wallets, like your MetaMask, and get an NFT, and so then you get more rewards whenever you battle. And you know, all the little characters, you can either go in solo where it's you against 12 people, or duo where it's 6 teams of 2, or there are like uh, 4-on-4 battles where you like have to get at their tower or get the most stars or kill the most times. And so it's a very fun, cartoony, friendly game. Generally the clientele is a little bit older, considering you do have to know how to get a wallet. So you see a lot of millennials on there, zillennials. So that's also a kind of fun aspect about it. I'm pretty good at it. But the Thetan gems, so they had Thetan coins and Thetan gems, and the coin, I actually had a bunch of the coins on Bitrue, the exchange, and they delisted it. So those are kind of just stuck there. But they're usable. I've used them in the game before, the ones that I got from Bitrue. And so I guess that just is what it is. But the Thetan gems now are being sold on Bitrue, and the Thetan gems are what they're promoting and saying that now staking is going to be available for them. I think it was 3% that I saw last time in the game, but I'm going to do more information. I'm going to give you more information on Thetan Arena and Thetan gems very, very soon. It is one that I follow. And Alex Becker, your PG friendly, huge biceps anti Cardano guy. He very funny. I'm a fan. I like his stuff. And he's been talking about this thing for a while. And before I even played the game, I'd hear him talking about it. And so whenever I went to CoinMarketCap and was looking at Thetan gems, it has like comments over on the side of on the right on CoinMarketCap right now. Comments that anybody can leave, and there were a couple that were just like, when Alex Becker talks about it tonight, watch it move. I mean, I just thought it's a little funny. I mean, you don't see that too often. I didn't know he was that popular, but hey, one of the many that I watch and admire. More on Alex Becker in another episode too. So let's kind of touch, these other ones are really big stories. You've been hearing about them all the time on all the stations. So I'm going to touch on them just because they do need to be talked about. The EU story, where the European Union passed regulation targeting anonymous wallets. So basically they're wanting wallets that you only use KYC, so you know your customer, where you can tell them so that means they don't want ones like MetaMask. They do want ones like Coinbase Wallet. And they want to know where your money is all the time. I don't know. We got to figure something out along these lines, because I understand from a regulatory standpoint, they do want to keep some track over large sums of money going around. So I can kind of see why there should be some, but not total control. Like, we need at least some kind of mechanism like cash. So maybe Thorchain Rune could be used for this, the way that they kind of chop and screw what people are doing on their exchanges. And then also, I think it's like Crypto Rice or Rice Crypto. He comes on Around the Blockchain on BitBoy Crypto's channel, and he was talking about how maybe Doge could be used as a cash means of crypto rather than Bitcoin, or something along those lines. And I think that's really interesting because Doge is very similar to fiat. It's like a kind of decentralized fiat in a way, because it's no cap supply, constantly printing, never gonna hold value, and so why not just use that as cash? So completely private transactions, the same way cash is. So kind of on/off the blockchain transactions for privacy, just because we're humans and we deserve it, an alienable right, privacy. Wanting privacy is not suspicious, and we need to make that clear in the crypto space, as humanity has in the past. And now in the last story, I'm going to touch on my beloved Luna, my beloved Luna. So I'm again going to just do it quickly. Do Kwon of Terra Luna said that they are going to come out and buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin to back the UST. This is something that the crypto community, at least myself and many others that I've listened to and talked to, have been saying. The US dollar needs to go back to some kind of standard that's pegged on something other than pure credit. And so instead of the dollar being the world reserve asset, why not Bitcoin? Why can't Bitcoin back the US dollar? It's just like it was before the 70s, whenever it was backed by gold, until there wasn't enough gold, thanks to de Gaulle, of France who called the United States bluff at the time. Um, and I think that might have been where the whole France beef started, USA versus France. I mean, because they definitely helped us out in the original war against the English. But it's enough about that. Let's get back to so that way the currency, especially the world reserve currency, couldn't be so easily be as easily manipulated if it was backed by Bitcoin, aka digital gold. So we're crypto has been pushing the digital gold narrative, and they've also been pushing the fiat is bad due to that it's backed by nothing narrative. So terrorists putting their money where their mouth is, and they're really, and, they asked him about what if the price of Bitcoin goes down. He said it would be problematic, but I think they're just taking a gamble that it's not going to go down that much, and they're kind of saying, and we're going to be a big part of why crypto and Bitcoin and Luna and Ethereum and the rest succeed. And I could do a million videos on Luna. I will do some, not a million, but I will do some, multiple ones. And yeah, so I do want to also just say, I don't know if you saw my video from a couple days ago, but it kind of lays out our game plan, the different kinds of videos we're doing, different updates we plan on doing, and so you can kind of keep along and see that this channel is coming along. We are trying to uphold journalistic integrity, give our voice to crypto and the people all at once, and really try to make the world a better place. Really try to bring everyone together, from the left, from the right, from the up, from the down, from the forwards, from the backwards, and everywhere in between. And so we can do this, and we're going to do this together. And I'm going to go over the coins I sold. I sold my sandbox just because there's other gaming and metaverse plays I want to make. I didn't have that much sand, just a couple $100. It just didn't seem worth it anymore. So I sold out of my sand. I also sold all of my Zilliqa because it went up like 200 to 300%. And so I took, when it went up 200%, I sold half of it, and then I sold the other half when it went up like 80 more percent. And then I sold a little bit of my Moonbeam. How long have I been saying it? So Moonbeam also did more than 100% increase, so I sold about 25% of that. So that was a nice little profit. And then I bought some Thetan gems. I bought some Jasmine because it did go down to 3 cents. I think it's just under 3 cents now, so I'm gonna probably buy some more Fen. I bought some Fen. Really wish I could buy more. That's on Bitrue. It's Defina coin. I heard about it on Alex Becker's channel. But it has this ridiculously low market cap, and it does seem to have some stuff going for it. That's why nothing I say on this channel is financial advice. Did you hear my reason for buying? Okay, so nothing I say on this channel is financial advice. Yeah, I have some good picks, but I'm not right all the time. Do your own research. Do your own research. I also did buy a couple Atom too. And so, yeah, so just the general, market, the hell is this? Okay. And so the general market prediction that I have is going to stand true, which is basically, since I've been in crypto, it's been up 3 months, down 3 months, up 3 months, down 3 months. And it's late March is exactly 3 months from whenever it started going down, and which was exactly almost 3 months, July 21st, whenever it started going up. And so I'm expecting it to go up for, the next 6 weeks or so, like until mid-May. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't know if I don't think we're gonna hit all-time highs. That's just me. I think there's a chance for that maybe a little bit later on, but I think there's gonna be another crash before we start getting really high again. So I'm gonna aggressively take profits. That is my plan. And since that's my plan, that probably means that it is going to moon right after I sell everything and aggressively take profits. But that is that theory is not one to count on, not one to trade off of, not actionable, at this point. So yeah, if I look tired, it's because I've had a busy day. I work. We do have a lot of plans for this channel, a lot of big things along the way. I'm going to buy some new equipment this coming week. You're going to see more edited content coming out on a regular basis. I do appreciate everyone out there hanging on with me. I hope you check out my song, Didn't Sell the Top. It's a Johnny Cash kind of country song that's just a minute long. It's about not selling the top. Highly recommend checking that out. I'm your rock and roll, your politics, your crypto guy, Jonathan, and I'm checking out. I hope you have an awesome rest of your night.